Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the thecummcast. This week's beer of the week is the Hydra's Haze by Heavy Seas Brewing Company. This is a monster of a beer that is brewed with Citra and Galaxy hops. This beer is not shy about its juiciness, and with these two hops combined, it has a unique and dank, in quotes, flavor and aroma. With a very powerful citrus finish. The Hydra's Haze, packs an intense hop experience. Catch it while you can. This beer is only available January through March. It has an ABV of 6%, and it is a hazy style IPA. Do you know the difference between a hazy IPA and a regular IPA, Ryan?
Get you high, man.
No, a hazy IPA is actually just what it says. The actual look of the beer is like foggy, basically, so to speak.
Oh, you mean like every fucking beer?
No, not every fucking beer. So thank you to Heavy Seas Brewing Company for this amazing Hydra's Haze IPA. It's a medium body beer, and in my opinion, good to drink any time of the year. So thank you again, guys, and thank you again for producing this great brew. Now
Stay hazy, man.
God damn it. Now let's get into the episode.
What is up, people? Welcome back to another episode of the thecummcast Slayer.
Oh, Brussels sprouts.
Vegetable, bowl.
No, you fucked it up. It's Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts.
I've never heard that before.
I made it up.
Is that some vegan terminology?
Well, technically, it's from Veggie Tales, episode 7 of season 8.
For real?
Fuck no, I made it up.
Oh, okay. Veggie Tales was a shit. I miss Veggie Tales.
Veggie Tales was fucking awesome, dude.
It was cool. The movies were cool. The TV show, like,
and when you're watching it, you don't even realize it's about Jesus until like the end.
That's what they say. My favorite were the
Christmas episode.
What were they? I think they were the limes. The limes were like
the two twin brothers or the babies.
I don't remember. They were either retarded or they were Mexican or they were stoned because they were not or maybe they were peas. I don't remember. Either way, they were always like, man, they were always like talk like this, man, and shit. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of thecummcast, everybody. Episode number 43, I believe.
I have no idea.
I think it's 43. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We appreciate you listening to this show as always. Thanks for telling a friend if you told somebody about this show. If not, I don't give a fuck. So, whatever.
Jesus Christ. Why do you always have to say that?
I don't know.
You know what? I don't give a fuck. Why don't you...
Give a fuck more?
Yeah, no, like, not say I don't give a fuck because you know you do.
I kind of do.
Yeah, so it's like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna be so blunt.
I check the stats.
Why don't you try being fucking nice?
I check the download stats like every day. So, yeah, I care.
You're a tool.
And I've been sick for the past 3 weeks, so give me a break.
Yeah, you're sick. Got that coronavirus, dude.
It's not the coronavirus.
You got that corona beer virus. That's what it is. That coronavirus.
Yeah.
With a lime.
With a lime, a little salt.
Speaking of limes, Veggie Tales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there limes in Veggie Tales?
Or you're the one that's talking about them.
I'm pretty sure they were limes.
You know a lime is a fucking fruit, you dumbass.
Oh.
It's Veggie Tales, you idiot. You
Yeah.
goddamn nitwit.
Maybe they were the peas.
Who's your favorite? Okay, out of the cucumber.
That one right there.
The tomato?
No, that one.
Which one?
I touched the TV and it worked for some reason. It's not a smart TV or a touch screen
I fucking
TV.
clicked on it.
Okay. Anyway, I don't know why we're talking about Veggie Tales.
Because it's relevant and they're fucking kick ass.
And sorry if I cough a lot on this podcast, guys. I'm not going to go back and edit it out.
That coronavirus, dude.
Because I don't care. But
you've been to a wet market lately?
A wet-
Which one? That one? That's a pea.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'm talking about.
That's a pea.
Keep going through the images.
No, I'm not going to go through...
That one.
Which one? This one?
That one, yes. The one you're fucking on. That guy. No, it's not. No, never mind.
That's like Grandpa pea.
I'm talking about the peas.
Yeah, they're peas.
They're twin brothers.
Fucking lime. No, that's a fruit.
One doesn't have eyes.
Huh?
So, one doesn't have eyes on top of that picture.
Well, nobody ever, nobody ever seen a blind pea before, and Veggie Tales was the first to do it.
Anyway, Veggie Tales are dope. But
who's your favorite, the tomato or the cucumber?
It's the cucumber, man. Tomato's a prick. He's a fucking asshole.
No, he's not.
Yeah, just because the cucumber's all tall and shit, and he's fat and short.
What the fuck's the matter with you?
What do you mean?
He's not a prick.
Yes, he is.
It's Veggie Tales. Nobody can be an asshole on a Christian TV show.
Yeah, he's like, what's up?
Bob. Bob is a rare vegetable. Bob's a tomato.
Yeah, Bob is like, come here, you tall, skinny, green fuck. Get over here and do my bidding, you fucking goon.
They're best friends.
Best friends my ass.
You're trying to be an asshole about a Christian TV show that they still use today. And Larry. It's Bob and Larry.
Yeah, Larry's the shit. One tooth Larry? Fuck yeah.
One tooth Larry.
He only has one tooth.
He does only have one tooth.
And they all have the biggest fucking eyes I've ever seen.
Well, they're vegetables, man. Nobody ever gave like a description of how vegetables had to look. You're being a real asshole about vegetables right now.
Well, I hate vegetables because I'm a child.
No, one thing I hate is fucking... okay, yeah, you are a child. The number one vegetable I probably hate is lima beans. Like, that's my top all-time fucking loathe. I do not like lima beans at all. Pretty much every other vegetable, if I haven't had it, I'll try it, and I'll most likely enjoy it. But other than that, lima beans... number one top dislike. Everything else I'll eat. I'll eat the asshole out of any vegetable.
I remember I don't like lima beans either. I remember that one time when we were younger.
Yeah, our stepmom.
Are we thinking the same thing? Okay, so
yeah, it's the only time we've ever had fucking lima beans.
So we were our parents are divorced. So when we were younger, we would go to
that's sad.
We were going. It happens to 50% of people, so it's not that big a deal. Anyway. So we would go to our father's house, our dad's house, and stay the night for the weekends. And one time our stepmom made ham and beans, and it had like 3 different kinds of beans in it. And it was just like, I think it was like...
It smelled like piss.
It smelled like ammonia. I'm pretty sure it had been sitting there fermenting or something, but it smelled like ammonia and piss.
Maybe she cooked. Our stepmom can't cook, so maybe she brewed it. She made the soup with like Fabuloso or something. Some kind of cleaner.
I don't know. It was disgusting, and they seemed to eat it just fine. And we're like, this smells like urine. Like somebody peed in it, and we're like, we're not going to eat this shit. And they're like, well, fine, don't eat it. Just go to your room. So that's what we fucking did.
I did not eat. I don't want to eat anything that smells like piss.
It smelled like pee.
It smelled straight like urine.
I don't know what the deal was. They fucking ate it just fine.
I did not enjoy it at all. And
I remember the other time we ate like watered down beef and noodles, and you were on the top bunk and I was on the bottom bunk, and you fucking threw up from the top on the bottom onto my feet.
Yeah.
And I just
and your arm, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I woke up and I just remember like my whole entire half of my fucking left leg was just covered in like beef and noodles and the stomach acid and shit.
Yeah, it was. I threw up in my bed. That was bad fucking times.
It was disgusting.
No, but yeah, I remember one time. Our stepmom's a terrible fucking cook. Always has been. And I'll talk shit about her because she doesn't listen to this.
She might.
And if anybody knows her stepmom, she's a terrible cook. So I remember one time when they made us she made potato soup. Do you remember that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
She made potato soup one time. And this is the last time she ever made it. It was potatoes and water. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
It was in a bowl. And it was potatoes and water. Just potatoes and water. And it was hot as fuck. Couldn't eat it. And because potatoes hold heat really well.
That's why you blow on it, you stupid bitch.
No, this thing, it just came out of the pot. Like it was on fucking high or something. I don't know, it was boiling. So, potatoes hold in heat.
Maybe she was just like boiling potatoes and she's like, soup's done, and just fucking took it off.
I swear to God, it's like Charlie Bucket.
He's like, those stupid fat fucks will eat anything. Here's just give them boiled.
It's like Charlie Bucket.
Give them boiled potatoes meal. Like we're fucking newsies. Like we're just poor newsy kids.
Yeah, like we can't even buy a fucking candy bar.
No, please, sir, may I have some more?
And I tried to eat it. I said, it's just potatoes. It's just fucking, it was terrible. And Dad just put butter on it and eat it. And I said, no, I'm not. I didn't eat it at all. Like, I just fucking threw it away. It was potatoes.
Yeah.
This isn't the potato famine. We're not in fucking Ireland. Like, we ain't gonna, like, commemorate potatoes.
Yeah,
Where's the cream? Where's the milk, the bacon, the cheese? Where's it at? It's potatoes and water. It's fucking ridiculous. Like,
I don't remember that, but you obviously seem to...
Oh, I don't forget a terrible meal. I remember that shit.
I don't remember.
I remember we went to that restaurant, BJ's Brew House, and we went there 3 years ago, had a terrible experience, never went back. I remember that fucking meal all the time.
I mean, it wasn't terrible.
No, mine was terrible. Mine was awful.
I mean, I figured it. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's good. You should go there." Blah blah blah. Well, I mean, I got an appetizer and it was okay. And then you said the beers were terrible.
The beer. I got their gold medal flight. In quote, gold medal flight. I don't know to who, but somebody with clearly no taste buds. And I've tasted a lot of beer, and it's fucking terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
And I just got a burger, and I was like, this is just a burger. It just tastes like a hamburger.
Yeah, we spent like $30 fucking.
Yeah. I don't know.
It was god awful.
They definitely get their business from their Pazookies or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, Pazookie. It's like a pizza in a cookie pan. Big fucking deal. Big fucking deal. You put a cookie, you take cookie dough, you put it in a personal pizza pan, and you stick ice cream on it. Big fucking whoop.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can fucking do that. I can make sheet pan pancakes. Fuck off. BJ's Brew House.
You've made some fucking terrible meals, too.
You bunch of C words.
Should we,
turn into you? No, we're not bringing that up. That was one time. One time.
One fucking time. Our stepmom one fucking time gave us just boiled potatoes. You made a fucking vegetarian meal that was the most disgusting shit
I didn't make
ever.
a vegetarian meal.
What was it?
I made a low-carb meal.
Oh, fuck. But it was just...
There was chicken in it, you fucking idiot!
Yeah, canned chicken, you bitch. Yeah, Cody...
It was my first time making a deconstructed, low-carb dinner, and we just so happened to have people over.
It was deconstructed because it was just fucking... It was supposed to be pasta, but it was soup. And where it was supposed to be breadsticks and it was sand. So you fucked up.
I did. I can do a lot better than that now. I've done it for a few years.
I fucking doubt it.
No, I guarantee I can.
What, dude? Okay, this dude makes noodles from zucchinis. Noodles from zucchinis and just put it in a spiralizer, whatever. Pretty simple, right? And you just, cook it, boil it, whatever, soften it up to make it like pasta noodles, right? But what do? You forget to cut them so they're 3.5 feet fucking long.
It was pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, it was bad. And it was all watered down and shit. And it was canned chicken. And it was these cauliflower breadsticks. And I'm like, hey, Cody, you might want to think about putting I don't know, maybe a little breadcrumbs, maybe an egg, keep them shits together. And you just put it you just kind of make like a little wet pile of minced cauliflower on a pan or on a tray, and then threw some little pepperonis on top, put it in the oven, and voila, fucking wet sand that was just hot wet sand with pepperonis on top.
It was pretty fucking terrible.
And the bad thing is we had a house full of fucking people to feed, and you know what they got to eat? Shit. That's what they got. They got 3-foot long fucking watered down noodles and sand breadsticks.
Everything after that I've cooked is pretty good.
The best shit was the fucking pepperoni, all right? And it was it's processed pepperoni.
You're welcome. All pepperoni's processed. You're welcome. You're fucking welcome.
For what? Starving that night?
And our friend, they brought salad. They brought things to make salads with, and they brought turkey bacon bits. And one of our friends, because he hated the food so much, he ate the entire bag of turkey bacon bits.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty fucking not one of my finest moments in cooking. The people who know me better than that, and I can cook a lot better than what I used to. That was literally the first time I ever made it, and I made a bad decision on having people over. So, don't do that. If you don't know how to cook, or if you never have cooked the certain type of thing you're about to make for a group of people, especially your friends that know you, that can talk shit about it, 4 years fucking later, I think it's been about 4 years. Don't do it. Just lay off.
Yep. So,
So you got that coronavirus. How's that going?
it's been 3 fucking weeks. I can tell you that. I had.
You had a little Chinese man cough in your face.
That was racist.
That's not racist. It's in China.
Yeah, but I mean, there's other people than Chinese people that have it. I'm pretty sure. I think.
There's. I seen today there is 8 cases just in. I think it's Indiana or U.S.
No, it's not Indiana. It's the
U.S. There is one case here in the state of Indiana where we live.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure it was. Last time I checked, it was just the coastal cities. It was because those are the only flights that go out. Excuse me. There was like, I think there was one in Florida, a couple in New York, a couple in California, and that was it. I'm pretty sure. And last time I checked, it was like 6, and there's like a couple thousand people that have it, or like a couple thousand people that actually have it in China. And
so so there's a couple thousand out of just the 11 million. Well, so there's 11 million.
It's just
people.
Wuhan. It's just in Wuhan is where it came from.
So there's 11 million people. So in Wuhan there is a couple thousand people.
Yeah.
Then you told me they were building like a triage hospital or.
Yeah, they built a hospital. They were supposed to build a hospital in like 3 or 4 days for all these people.
How do they build a hospital in 3 or 4 days?
You should have seen them. Me and Mom watched it on the news.
Like a pop-up? Me and Mom watched hospital.
Me and Mom watched it on the news. They had like 5 or 6 excavators, and they were all in sync. They were all swinging to the right. So they would pick a load up, swing to the right, come back, pick it up, swing, pick it up, swing. And it was 5 or 6 of them just digging a base plan for this hospital. And that was day 1.
Well, it's like a pop-up hospital.
Yeah, and when it comes to freaking building shit, China's the main man. They have like, I think it's China or Japan. I think it's China. They have like so many abandoned buildings there because they just gave people jobs. They gave people in construction jobs, so they just built up all these buildings. A lot of them are just vacant and empty. But I mean, it was a good thing they gave a lot of their citizens jobs. But now they just have these giant skyscrapers that are completely fucking empty.
Yeah, so the U.S. confirms there's 8 cases of coronavirus. So the Pentagon is going to provide quarantine housing for these certain cases. So this is updated today. So this is as of today, which is February 1st on Saturday. So the Pentagon has confirmed that they will provide housing for people arriving from overseas who might need to be quarantined. The latest U.S. patient, who is in Massachusetts, recently returned from Hubei province in central China, the epicenter of the outbreak. A spokeswoman for the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, said in an email statement the person was not identified and no other details were provided. So the flu-like coronavirus, it did originate. So I mean, we all know where it originated, and 259 deaths in China so far, based on the World Health Organization, or AKA WHO.
And then it says the U.S. officials this weekend reported that the first human-to-human transmission of the disease in the United States is in Illinois. I'm guessing probably Chicago.
So basically, it's like
the first person to catch it from somebody else in the U.S. It happened in Illinois, so that's pretty close. That fucking sucks.
They're declaring it. The Trump administration is declaring it a public health emergency. And don't you think it's weird how like when Obama was in office, there wasn't like the Obama administration.
There was.
Was it? Well, they wouldn't say like the Trump administration is declaring a public health emergency. They wouldn't say the Obama administration.
Yeah, they did.
Would they?
Yeah, because it's not just him. It's him and a fucking gang of other dudes.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, ignorant. Anyway, which is fucked up because all this shit's happening and the impeachment is it's a big fucking mess.
And I'm staying the fuck out of it. Like, it's getting really... honestly, the past 3 weeks or so, it's been getting a little hard to come up with news stories on my outlets that I get them from, just because the impeachment is taking up 90% of all stories, which is fine to people who are politically correct and people who enjoy politics and who get wound up and start drama into politics. Me, I stay away from it. So, fuck all that. Not dealing with it, but it is making it hard to find some news articles sometimes, because it's just politics.
Well, you get your bullshit. You get your bullshit from like CNN, and
there's nothing wrong with CNN. They're listening.
We're not fucking sponsored by them. Who gives a shit?
No, but there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong. Ryan, a news outlet is a news outlet. I don't know why you're talking shit about a certain
I'm not
one.
talking shit about CNN.
All I'm saying is,
come get me, bro.
All I said was I don't get into politics because. To me personally, I think it's nonsense, and some people think, it's ignorant to not,
could be an ignorant
to not want to know what is going on in your political views. But let me tell you something. Me and you ain't gonna change a fucking thing when it comes to, like, if Donald Trump wants to drink a can of soda, he's gonna drink a can of soda.
He does. He drinks like a 12-pack a week.
If he wants to blow up a country, he's gonna blow one up. Little old Cody and Ryan ain't gonna fucking change his mind.
Well, no, I could.
How?
I don't know.
How you gonna do it? You gonna do a starve campaign?
Lace a McDonald's cheeseburger with a mind-altering substance? I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. That's illegal.
Yeah, it is. So you should stop talking about that right now.
It's not a joke. It's just a I don't know. I'll take it back.
Okay, so back to what we were fucking talking about. So Ryan's got the coronavirus. He's the 9th case. So Ryan's the 9th case of coronavirus, and I'm gonna get it after this. Great.
Yeah, I've had it for 3 weeks. It was just my sinuses and shit. It was just like a regular cold. Okay, no big deal. And then it went into my chest last week, and now this week it's still stuck around. So I would advise if it goes into your chest, people just. Go ahead and get antibiotics
or you could fucking stop it
because I just know. I mean, as soon as I, it was like that day, I noticed that I had a heavy chest. I went and got over the counter shit and took that, and I did that for a week, and it didn't do anything.
Yeah, you definitely need a.
But this is the shit that turns in that pneumonia that's been killing people.
Once it gets, once something gets into your lungs, it just turns into a respiratory infection, and you don't need that at all.
So I got some kick-ass antibiotics, and I'm taking them, and hopefully it'll be gone within the next couple of days. So
well, that's good.
I ain't worried about it. And then I remember last week we recorded, and we didn't get the news, and I guess everybody heard about Kobe Bryant, which fucking sucks. But yeah, that happened Sunday when we were recording, and I didn't find out about it until Monday.
I didn't find out about it until I left. I actually left and I got on the news, or I seen it on social media that Kobe Bryant passed away. Him and his daughter, which it's very very.
It's fucking sad, man. It was like I think like a whole family besides one girl, died in that helicopter crash.
It was multiple families. It was like 8 people. I think.
And some people are just like, oh, he's fucking rich and blah blah blah, and it's just like, well. They all played on an AAU basketball team, Kobe Bryant's daughter and, all those other girls. I think there was 3 more girls or 2 more girls or something like that was in that helicopter crash. There was 9 people total, and they were just, on their way because, Los Angeles has a lot of traffic, and Kobe Bryant is rich, so he can just charter a helicopter and fly there. So he just got a bunch of them because they're all going to the same place, and he freaking got a helicopter, and he said he's been doing it for years. He said he always wanted, he would want to pick his kids up from school, and going from practice through the traffic in LA, he would always be late. So he said, I want to do it. I want to be in charge and pick these kids up from school. I want to spend time with them. So he would just get a helicopter. It'd take 15 minutes. He'd, go back and then go pick them up. But it was just getting across the city.
Can you imagine, like, getting out of school and you're like, whose fucking helicopter? Oh, that's my dad.
Well, he would take the helicopter from one airport to another where his car would be, and it was quicker.
Oh, okay.
It was just avoiding, like, I think the 101 or whatever
There's been
highway it is.
I mean, here in the past, well, I guess in the past couple of years, there's been quite a few helicopter crashes. I know your favorite country band, Montgomery Gentry, the one of the lead singers,
I think he was by himself, wasn't he?
I
think he had his own helicopter license, I believe, and it was him and maybe one other person. It was only like 2 people in that with him. I don't remember. Yeah, it's fucking sad, but I guess what happened was it was just low visibility, And by the time they saw it, they just flew right into the hillside, right into the mountain. And that's what it was, it was low fog. So they were flying in fog and you couldn't see shit. So, and they ended up just flying into the mountain. By the time they saw it, it was too late, I guess. I mean, I haven't really checked in. I don't think they've come out with a not an autopsy, but whatever you want to call it, like a crime scene investigation.
I mean, you can't really do a crime scene investigation on a mountain.
Well, I mean, it was right off the highway. I mean, they got
okay.
people up there to clean it up and stuff. So I don't know if they've thoroughly done it, but yeah.
Well, in that one, it says that the pilot is to blame for the error that caused the crash. So his pilot. So
this is for Gentry.
Troy Gentry, 50, and his pilot died on September 8th, and it was in Medford, New Jersey. This was last year. So the pair were on board the aircraft when it crashed near the runway of the Flying W Airport and Resort. So it was just right by the runway, small airport and entertainment areas. So Eddie Montgomery, the other half of the duo, was at the airport waiting for Gentry to arrive when the crash occurred. So he watched his friend die in this crash.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. It's always sad to lose somebody, and especially somebody like Gentry, and then also Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was a fucking hero to people. Like, if you watched basketball in his whole entire career, he was like a superhero. People looked up to him. He was loved by a lot of people, and some people are like, oh, all those sex allegations and shit. That was a long time ago. I mean, he's a fucking guy. They settled that out of the court. He's a guy who was just trying to be a dad and live his life and try to make the best of it. And he was loved by a lot of people.
It gives a humbling fact that no matter how rich you are, no matter who you are, how popular, how much money you have, how big of a celebrity you are, anything can go wrong. Mm-hmm. Anything can happen. And just something like this can happen. So anybody could die in any way.
I did see where they did have a petition. The last time I saw had like 1.7 million votes to change Kobe Bryant to the official NBA logo. The NBA logo is just like an outline of, I think it's Michael Jordan maybe, or just a basketball player. Well, they want to change it to Kobe Bryant's outline. There's a particular picture that shows Kobe Bryant dribbling a ball.
I don't think that's Michael Jordan.
No, I think it's just their logo, but they want to change it. They want to do the same outline type of thing, but a picture that was taken of Kobe Bryant is there was like a $1.7 million voter poll that said that they wanted to have the NBA change it to an outline of Kobe Bryant.
That would be
which would be right there.
This one?
Yeah. It's a video, but I mean, you can turn the volume down over there. So yeah, see, they want to... who's that? Is that the...
That's a... well, let me just figure this out. That is a older...
Down there at the bottom.
Okay. So, basically, I believe it's basically the same image.
I think it is too, but I think they want to actually maybe they want to put his actual face in there. I don't know. Or his actual body.
Maybe like some kind of outline. I know the elementary school down the road from your house has the face of Damon Bailey in its stone placard.
Really?
Yeah. Damon Bailey, for those of you who don't know, is a very popular Indiana University basketball player from Indiana, which is from our area in our town where we grew up. And in the elementary school that he went to in this small town, there is a carved out picture of his face on the elementary school stone placard that stands outside of it.
I did see on Instagram where a fraternity, they had a lion statue in front of their fraternity house. And I don't know. I think it was just a statue that they had there. It didn't symbolize anything, I don't think. They ended up painting it purple and gold and putting Kobe's number on it in like house paint to symbolize, respect for Kobe Bryant. And I did see also somebody got permanent tattoos of Kobe Bryant's jersey. So they had like they have black lines around their shoulders.
Right.
And around their neck and the NBA logo and then a big 24 on their fucking back.
Now, I don't ever want to hear any flack about my tattoos because that's a hell of a fucking commitment that I would never...
That's cool. Yours look like shit.
No, okay.
It's like a fucking arrow, man.
It's like, see, here's the thing. There is cool, and then there is practical. And to me, yes, that's cool, but no, I would never get somebody else's name and jersey on my back. Why? I would never get somebody else's name on me at all in a tattoo. Now, more power to you. I've seen tattoos that Dwight from The Office is a bunch of tattoos on people. So, and that's just not me. Not me at all.
No.
But it said on this article on NBC Sports, basically the NBA will not be changing the logo to Kobe Bryant. It says currently Jerry West silhouette is the current logo for the NBA.
Yeah, but who the fuck is Jerry West? That's what I want to know. I know Kobe Bryant. I don't know Jerry West.
But basically, the NBA doesn't formally recognize basically West to be the symbol of the NBA. It is just it was taken from a picture of him, but they don't symbolize the image as him. Like, it's not like NBA. Oh shit, Jerry West with the basketball. It's basically, the NBA is saying they don't recognize Jerry West as the symbol for the NBA.
Even though it was his picture that was taken, and it's
silhouette, not picture.
It's probably like, it's just folklore or whatever you want to call it, is saying that it's Jerry West's picture. It's probably not. It's probably just a logo that they picked or whatever. Anyway, it would be cool if they changed it to Kobe Bryant's, but obviously they're not going to because they're stubborn. And they don't give a fuck.
Well, technically, going by that image that we looked at a minute ago, it is the same exact silhouette of the same exact... It's the same exact silhouette. It's just a different person. So, technically, you cannot change the silhouette at all, and it'd be the same damn person. Technically. I mean, there would be a little bit of a difference. I think the foot of... I think Kobe is basically cutting a corner, so to speak, on the court. So I think the foot is outstretched. His left or his right foot is outstretched a little bit. So the image does change a little bit, but it still has a few similarities.
I don't know. I just saw it, and I that's the reason I said it, is they had a poll going on.
But Jerry West is quoting saying that he prefers to no longer be on the logo, but hasn't pressed for any compensation at all for his image on the logo. So I guess he just doesn't give a shit. So I basically, in this article, it says that I don't think that putting Kobe Bryant on the logo is an appropriate response. At the very minimum, let the emotion of this moment subside before making decisions that could last decades. And putting Bryant on the logo is fitting. That'll still be the case next year.
Oh, so they're like... Oh, Kobe Bryant died, and it was just like, let's see next year if everybody still feels the same way. It's like, it's kind of
the reason for that is because...
it's a viral thing right now.
Is because it would cost the NBA oodles of money.
They got it.
To change the logo. But here's the thing. They've got the money, but why the fuck would you want to spend it if you don't have to?
That's true.
That's how the rich stay rich. If you can go to Aldi and buy something for 50 cents cheaper than you can at Walmart, why the fuck not? That's how the rich stay rich.
Because you have stock invested in Walmart, and that's why you shop at Walmart.
If I was rich and I had a chance to put stock in a grocery store, I'd put it in Aldi, because I'm an Aldi slut. I love Aldi. And fuck all you people that think shopping at Aldi means you're fucking low rate, low class, because it doesn't.
Who thinks that? You do this all the time. You're just like, I do this, and I drink fucking White Claws, and I do this. And fuck everybody who doesn't think that this is a bitch drink that thinks all these is
because
fucking
I've seen
garbage.
Because I've seen and heard people that have said that.
You're always defending your masculinity is what you're doing.
I'll be the first one to say that my masculinity is questionable sometimes, but I'm no less masculine than anybody else. And fuck anybody.
This is Cody. Cody has bitch tits.
And fuck anybody that thinks that I'm not masculine.
Yeah. Anyway,
even though my girlfriend calls me her big, beautiful bitch, that doesn't mean a goddamn thing.
Right. Anyway, so sad news, Kobe Bryant, R.I.P., and his daughter, and everybody else that was in that flight. It fucking sucks, but...
Let's be honest. Let's see who talks about it next week.
I'm pretty
News
sure...
travels fast, man. I don't know. Kobe Bryant's one man. Coronavirus has killed 260 people.
Right. I don't know. I saw where we can't really say this word.
Coronavirus. Make America sick again.
Yeah. So we can't really say this word.
Then don't say it.
No, we can't say this word because it's copyrighted. We're going to say SB, but it's the biggest football game of the year. We can't say
that?
Nope. You can get sued. They copyrighted. I have it right here. So the NFL trademarked the phrase SUPERBOWL in 1969, and that's why many of the commercials aired during the championship game don't normally refer to the event by the name. They just have a football theme or say like game day or something like that.
So game day.
Just say SB because
as of today, the game day is tomorrow, and you all know what day we're talking about. So apparently we can't fucking say it because the NFL's a bunch of fucking cucks, and they like to watch old people have sex, or people have sex with old people.
What are you talking about?
A cuck.
No, a cuck is a husband who watches other dudes fuck his wife. That's what a cuck is. It's referring to cuckold. Cuckold?
Cuckoo.
However you want to say it. Anyway, yeah, so we can't say those words. It just has to be SB because they copyright it. And it's said on the internet, which you're not supposed to believe everything that it says on the internet, but I believe this because they have gone after people that do say those words in their media or format or whatever they're doing. They have pursued and tried to get money out of the people who have, said that phrase. So we're just going to say SB if we mention it. So SB...
I'm just going to say the big game. So the big game is tomorrow
right.
Because this is Saturday. I'm not going to watch it because, let's be honest, I don't really watch a lot of sports. I
haven't watched a football game this entire year, and I'm not going to start tomorrow.
Me neither. I just don't really watch a lot of sports.
And I don't really have a dog in the fight. It's the Chiefs and 49ers, I believe.
Seriously? The Chiefs and the 49ers?
Yeah, they're good this year.
I didn't even fucking know. See, I didn't even know. I had no fucking idea. I didn't even know who played in the college game.
I don't either.
The college bowl game. Whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't really follow sports.
I guess I can't probably say that either. So, the big cocksucker bowl game.
If it's not Bob's Burgers, I usually don't watch it, so.
The fucking Belchers. So, here's the definition of a cuck. I just looked it up.
Good.
So, a cuck is a man who's a little bit... Okay, this is on Urban Dictionary. So, a cuck is a man who's a little bitch. Contrary to beliefs of the liberal learning crowd trying to explain something... Okay, we're not going to do that. So, cuck, by definition, this is on freedictionary.com. To make a cuckold of... the allusion to the cuckoo on which the word cuckold is based may not be appreciated.
Why don't you,
familiar with the
open the fucking Google search? You're the worst goddamn Googler. You have autism out the fucking ass.
Shut the fuck up.
You can't read for fucking shit.
Okay, so a man whose spouse or romantic partner is unfaithful. That's a cuckold.
A man whose spouse has committed adultery, often regarded as an object of scorn. That's a cuckold. So a man whose spouse who has committed adultery, but they usually say so the wife or the husband who committed adultery. But it's I think they usually refer to it at usually it's when I hear it, it's referring to a man. It's not referring to a woman. But I guess in this case, well, it says a man whose spouse right there. So yeah, I guess you can only be a cuckold if you're a man or a cuck officially. I don't even know why we're fucking talking about this. I hate that fucking word. I don't get it. It's stupid. It was just like, hey, you want to hear a new word? Oh yeah, what is it? Cuck. What's that mean? It means when a husband lets somebody else fuck his wife. And it's like, oh, so he's a little piece of shit. He's just a bitch.
People like what they like, bro.
I guess. But I'm I always thought it was somebody who lets somebody else fuck their wife and they watch.
You know what's really entertaining? So I've been watching My 600 Pound Life lately. You know what's really entertaining? Watching how many bites somebody can eat a donut in. It's really entertaining. And also sickening at the same time.
I'm guessing the number one answer is 1.
2. 2. Yeah, I've been watching My 600 Pound Life. And okay, I don't have a problem with watching big people eat. But I do have a problem when they zoom into their mouth eating it. That is a problem.
Yeah, it's like when you watch porn and they fucking go in for the kill shot and it's just like cock and balls beating a pussy. And it's like, back up, man. Let me see some faces, some tits.
I want to see emotion. These are people.
Right.
It's not an object.
I want to see fucking balls just... All you see is dick and pussy and balls. Just... It's like, and fucking asshole. Who wants to see a dirty asshole? It's like, some of them don't wipe. So it's like fucking brown around the balloon knot there. It's like, give me some boobies. I'm a booby guy.
Give me some boobies.
Let me see the face. Is she an ugly bitch? Is she alright? Is the guy good looking? Does he have abs? Does he have pecs? Muscles? What? I don't know.
Okay, yeah. That's a very non-demeaning description of how you watch porn, Ryan. I like it. That's very emotional of you.
What do you mean? I just fucking hate it when they get in they stick the camera right up the asshole. Don't we want to see nobody's asshole? I want to see some boobies bouncing up and down and shit.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, so I've been watching that lately, and it is sad, and just kind of like, it's just like when I watch 90 Day Fiancé with my girlfriend. It just pisses me off. So these fat people that can't lose weight because they, I don't know, sneak in a dozen cookies sometime throughout the month. They're supposed to, visit their doctor. So it just pisses me off sometimes, and I just talk a little bit of shit.
Why?
Like this one chick, she, okay, because I don't know, I'm kind of a jerk. Like, I'm kind of an asshole, to be honest with you. Like this one lady, and it was kind of mean, but it was funny to me. So she had, I guess her daughter had now this is pre-surgery, so she didn't try to change her life at all, so I could talk all the shit I want. So her daughter had put beads, the colored beads in her hair, braided it, and then she had colorful dots all over her shirt, so it blended together.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what the fuck's in her hair? And my girlfriend said, I think it's colored beads that they braided in her hair. She's like, I think that's what it is. And I was like, it's on her shirt, too. And I was like, you sure that's what it is? She's like, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, it's probably fucking colored sprinkles. From food.
Yeah. Okay. I just said it was ketchup and mustard stains, but whatever.
It was pink and blue and shit. There's no blue ketchup.
Oh.
I was being a dick. I thought
You're so fucking funny.
I thought it was going to be funnier. But yeah, I've been watching that lately. And I'm watching a few other things. I'm just catching up. I mean,
I just binge watched the entire new season of Brockmire today. So
on Hulu.
Yeah, I love that fucking show.
That's a really good fucking show.
If anybody out there
it's Hank Azaria. It's Hank Azaria, right? Yeah, that's who it is. It's Hank Azaria. Hank Azaria is a minor league baseball announcer.
Yeah.
Announces a minor league baseball team. And he's a raging alcoholic and sex fiend.
Mm-hmm.
And Hank Azaria is an awesome actor.
He's fucking hilarious.
He's probably my favorite character in The Birdcage with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane.
Yeah, he's the maid.
The manservant.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. Hank Azaria is hilarious in Brockmire. So if you haven't seen it, if you have Hulu, I recommend Brockmire.
It's one of my favorite shows.
Very funny.
In this new season, he's sober now. And he has to go through life trying to be sober and all this shit. But yeah, I just binge watched it, and there's 8 episodes in this new season. I fucking love that show. It's so funny. I was laughing my ass off, and I'm fucking sick. So every time I'd laugh, then I'd just basically choke to death from fucking coughing. So it was bullshit, but
my lease is ending here for my apartment. Just moving on to the next subject. My lease is going to end here in the next 3 or 4 months. So I just been kind of apartment shopping lately. So I got on this website. I found it. This happened this week. I got on this website And you know how when you are on certain sites on the internet, they ask if you accept like the cookies to basically.
Yeah,
what does a cookie do?
It's basically data.
Is it a way to see everything on the website? Or?
Right. It's like it's like an ascend of data that allows you to view everything. It's not just like limited stuff. So links and maybe images.
I didn't know what the fuck it was. So it said, this thing popped up and it said, do you accept all the cookies? And I had a fat fuck moment. I go, yes, I do accept all the cookies.
And you said it out loud?
Yeah, I did.
You're weird.
I was sitting at work in the cafeteria at lunch. I was eating my lunch. And I was on this website, and it says, do you accept all the cookies? And I was like, yeah, actually, I do accept all the cookies. And I clicked it. I thought it was pretty fucking funny. So, okay. Well, what the fuck? I thought it'd be funny. Okay, hopefully somebody's listening to this laughing at it, because I thought it was pretty fucking funny.
I helped the guy with his seizure yesterday.
Huh?
Yeah, there was a guy who had a seizure at work Friday.
You saved a life?
I didn't save his life. There was a couple of us that did it. And I just, I came out on lunch and I came to a table and I was, sitting with a bunch of other people. And I come up there and I take like my AirPods out of my pocket and take my phone out of my pocket and set my water down and I get ready to sit down. And I just hear like a thump. And I was like, what was that? And I look over to my left and this kid was just sitting a couple chairs down and his hat was on the ground. And I was like, okay, that kid dropped his hat. And I just look up and this motherfucker's over here doing Thriller. He's
standing up?
No, he's sitting down in a chair and like his fucking arms are way up here. And it looked like he was doing Thriller and he was listening to music and shit. And I like pointed to somebody sitting beside me and I like pointed at him. And I was like, I think he's having a seizure. And they're like, he's having a seizure. So the person ran over there. I went and got an HR person, medical emergency, all that stuff. I guess it was like his second one he had that day. And he didn't go to the hospital the first time. So I don't know what's going to happen, but they say if you have like 2 in a day, you can lose like your driver's license and all that shit.
So that was the second. How the fuck does somebody not send him home? How do you have 2 seizures in a day? Where do you have the other one, in the bathroom?
No, I think he had it over in his department or whatever.
And they didn't send him to the hospital?
Nope, he didn't go.
What the fuck?
I don't know if it was mild one or what.
This is like playing mind games.
But
here.
this
like,
dude,
it's just like this is literally like playing games with your mind.
Well,
it's just like, hey, have a seizure. Okay, you can go to the hospital or not. Okay, do not pass go. All right, have another seizure. Okay, brain damage. It's literally playing mind games. Like, are you gonna have half of your mind or all of your mind? Half of your mind or all of your mind?
Yeah, I don't know. It was just he started having one, and when the like the first aid people and the the people who help whenever stuff goes on like that, they come over and they said, was it mild or was it full blown? And I said, oh, it was full blown. He was, he was really shaking and shit. So, so helped the guy with a seizure and everybody just kind of stood there. Like I noticed it first and I was like this, and then they helped him down to the ground and shit. And everybody just kind of sat there. So I don't know. Well, obviously, people don't give a fuck.
No, honestly, in this world nowadays, no, a lot of people don't really give a shit. It's like the few good people that actually kind of do something.
I was listening to a podcast and they were playing videos of the coronavirus actually in China, and them people do not care. They're all wearing masks and shit over there, and it just shows videos of these people falling down on the street from this coronavirus because they're so sick, and everybody just fucking walks by.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah, no, they don't.
They don't want to get it.
But also going. No, of course not. But also,
it's dirty as fuck.
Going back to the gentleman that had the seizure. Also, some people tend to stay out of the way because if they see some people already have helped, they either think they're just going to get in the way, or it's either. I feel like it could go 2 ways. 1, they feel like they're going to be in the way if a bunch of people are helping. 2, they just kind of don't care because they feel like, oh, somebody else has got it. I don't have to worry about it now.
Yeah, I mean, that was my first I've had an experience with somebody having a seizure before, but there was actual people there taking care of that person, and I didn't have to do anything. So this was kind of my first experience with it, and I was the first one to notice it. So I was just like, I didn't really know what to do because I'm not first aid trained or anything like that. And I was thinking, maybe I fucking should because you never know. I mean,
they offer classes for free CPR and first aid training at my work. And you can sign up you can just tell your supervisor or your manager that you want to do that, and they will sign you up for classes to participate in it. I actually thought about doing it. I still might do it, just to have somebody on, since there won't be near as many people when I go to my actual schedule, that there won't be near as many people, and so I feel like you should at least need, depending on the number of people on that shift and in that area, you at least need one or more people that know what they're doing to help. But no, Hero of the Week, Ryan. I'm proud of you. Look at you. Hero of the Week.
I just know some of them people, like I've listened to like true crime podcasts and stuff like that where they've had calls of people who are having seizures or doing things, and they'll have people who are first aid, and, they call 911. It was like, oh, they don't have time. We have to help these people right now, and people won't do it because they're worried about getting sued by the family, because people just sue the fuck out of other people for no reason. Like, if you're helping somebody, some people won't help you. If somebody's sick and fell to the ground and like seizing or anything else or having a heart attack or whatever, people won't help you because they're afraid that they could get sued. And that's why some people die, and, people just look like assholes and don't help other people because everybody just throws that sue line around.
Everybody's afraid to get sued because, let's be honest, everything's more expensive than it's ever been, and people have less money than they've ever had.
Right.
Well, the value of the dollar is the least it's ever been.
Like that chick who got that coffee spilled on her from McDonald's or whatever.
Oh yeah, she's rich now.
Yeah, I think
she got like $1 million.
Yeah, something like that. But that was like $1 million.
But let's be honest, coffee from McDonald's is fucking hot.
I guess she went through a bunch of skin grafts or whatever.
Yeah.
She got fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, her suit was legit.
Coffee at McDonald's is fucking hot. They put the sleeve over it. Doesn't even matter. Does not even matter.
I guess her lap looks like mincemeat.
You need to make fucking McCafe from McDonald's like oven mitts to hold your fucking coffee cups. Like, put it in like an oven mitt, like sleeve.
Yeah.
Because it is fucking hot.
I think they had to like reconstruct this lady's snatch and all kinds of shit. So, I don't know. And if people don't know what snatch is, it's a pussy.
I think they do.
Yeah.
Okay. So can we take a bathroom break?
What? All right, whatever. We'll be back, people. Bathroom break.
Hero of the Week, Ryan Cummings. Good job.
No, I'm not.
All right, bathroom break.
And we're back. So, let's get into some news stories, everybody.
News stories.
So, a Civil War-era witch bottle was found under a Virginia highway median. So, this is from January 23rd, and it's UPI.com.
Wait, how did they find the grass median between the highway, or what do you mean?
I'm guessing.
Okay.
That's usually where people dig under
I guess
dirt.
that's where your grandpa takes his metal detector, in the median of the fucking highway.
I don't know what they were doing.
Looking for silver dollars.
So they had a archaeological dig in Virginia under a highway median, and they found a witch bottle that from the Civil War that is believed to be designed to ward off evil spirits. So this jug is now believed to be one of less than a dozen witch bottles discovered in the U.S. Archaeologists in Britain have documented nearly 200 witch bottle discoveries. So there's a quick little news story to start it off.
So this fucking thing right here.
I guess, it's just a bottle that with a bunch of shit in it, and they say that it's, ward off evil spirits. So they say. Which, back then, they believed in all kinds of shit. They fucking, in Salem, they would throw fucking women that women and men believed to be witches and, witchcraft sort of stuff. They would tie like a boulder or something heavy and throw them in a river, and if they fucking floated, then they were not a witch.
No, if they floated, they were...
if they sunk, they were a witch. If they floated, they weren't.
Yeah.
I think that's how it went. Or maybe not.
I don't know.
No, if they floated, they were a witch, and if they sank, they weren't. But if you tie something to a person, a heavy object, in a river, you're gonna fucking sink and die.
They're gonna die. Well, they realized they weren't a witch when they didn't come up.
Right. Yeah. And they're just like,
This looks straight up just like a fucking, like Danny down the block put a fucking bunch of sticks in a glass bottle.
That's what it looks like. It looks
like buried it in the yard.
Like pieces of wood and some cinnamon sticks and shit. Maybe a little oregano.
Literally, it looks like cinnamon stick. It looks like a glass bottle full of fucking great value Walmart cinnamon sticks.
Throw a little garlic and a little oregano in there and poof, ghosts.
Ghost protection.
Warding off the evil spirits. Kind of looks like there's a fucking hand in there, honestly. From the way the shadow of the picture is.
No, it's cinnamon sticks.
I know.
Don't you know the witches hate cinnamon? I mean, cinnamon and nutmeg, bro. That's how you fight fucking witches.
That's how I pound Fireball, not getting possessed by a witch.
God. And the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is the number one ghost to fight. So.
Oh yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Or the dog bitch or whatever. Which was, I always thought that was fucking weird.
Dog bitch?
Yeah.
It's a guy.
I know, it was a dog, it was two dog spirits, wasn't it? One was the Hellhound, and that possessed, whatever that dude's name is, he's a comedian, comedic actor from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. He was possessed by that one, and then she was possessed by whatever, and the funniest part is when, Dan Aykroyd gets that ghost blow job or whatever it is. She fucking comes up to Sheets or whatever and gives him a ghost blow job, and he's just like, oh.
I mean, let's be honest. If a ghost sucks your cock, it's gotta be great.
Any blowjob's great.
True.
Fucking
True, I agree.
Use a toilet paper roll and stuff something up in there.
Rick Moranis.
Yeah, Rick Moranis. He's a funny motherfucker.
He's hilarious. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, probably one of my favorite movie series ever. I mean, those movies are great. Now, some people might think they're garbage, but I think they're awesome. So, you got any other news stories?
Yeah, I got another one here. So, a rescued owl is too obese to fly. So, this is from the Suffolk Owl Sanctuary, and that's actually in Britain.
They should make a My 600 Pound Life Owl edition.
Well, it was weird because he doesn't weigh that much over his body weight. I'll just read it to you. So this is also from UPI, and this actually happened 2 days ago. So animal rescuers in Britain said an owl found stranded in a ditch was initially feared to be injured, but turned out to be merely too fat to fly. So this is me if I was an owl. So the sanctuary said the owl, who they named Plump, weighed 8.6 ounces, which is about a third heavier than a healthy female owl. It's a female owl, and it's just like a little owl. It's probably as big as the microphone we're using. It was just a little baby owl. And
what is up with all these fucking animal names? Plump, and then you got Lords of Leaping.
I know, that was fucked up. What was that again? What was that? A sheep?
It was a seal that jumped off. It was a seal that jumped off a fucking highway bridge, in like 6 stories.
I forget. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, but I don't remember shit we talk about.
Yeah, it was the Lords of Leaping. It was a fucking seal. It was like an elephant, or it was a seal that jumped off a 3-story overpass, and he lived.
I don't remember. Maybe that was what it is. Was it a sea lion, or what was it?
I'm telling you exactly what it fucking is.
Oh, it brings up a bunch of other shit.
I'm telling you exactly what it is. It was a seal.
So anyway, I'll just read the rest of this. So he weighed a third heavier than like an average healthy female owl. So Plump, they put him on a 2-week diet, and he lost nearly 1.5 ounces, and that was enough to allow her to be released back into the wild. And I guess when they found this owl, they said that it was a heavy population of mice and voles. So I guess this owl just got so fat that it would just stay on the ground and eat mice and be happy, and it just got stuck because it was so fucking huge that it couldn't fly. Yeah,
it's a 33-pound sea lion pup. I remember he basically sat on top of this bridge for like an hour, for 40 minutes, and then finally just kind of fell off, and nobody said a fucking thing. Like, there's a sea lion on a bridge that's like 3 stories in the air, and he's just sitting there kind of looking around for 40 fucking minutes. And all these cars driving by are just like, oh, look, sea lion.
I remember.
And then all of a sudden he just goes, whoop.
I remember
he fucking falls off because he's hating life.
I remember.
He hates that he has flippers. I mean, he wishes he had hands, so he just decides that he doesn't want to jump for 40 minutes and he finally falls.
Yeah, I remember this story. He got on a bridge somehow and got on the bridge wall. And there was, a road underneath. And he got up there, and I guess he was just standing there for 40 minutes, and then finally just fucking either fell off or jumped off, and he was fine. He was just like a big bag of meat and just hit the ground and bounced right back up.
And they nicknamed him the Lords of Leaping.
Yeah, which is a fucked up name.
A very fucked up
You call him Meat Bag or Bouncy Ball or something like that.
Because they could create a minus 600-pound life, like Owl Edition. It's going to be a real hoot.
But yeah, I remember that sea lion. Yeah, he just fell and he was just which them dudes have so much blubber or whatever. He was probably, they say he was fine. So.
Yeah, he was in critical care, but no, he did wind up living. I suppose. I don't know. With that fucking name, you might as well just kill yourself over again.
Right.
Or try to kill yourself over again.
So you got any news stories you want to talk about this week?
Yeah, I got a few. Certain people are claiming that MSG in Chinese food isn't unhealthy, and that the people that make those claims are just racist. So apparently, I must be if that.
Well, from what I remember,
correct.
They say MSG
it's monosodium glutamate. It is a sodium additive that is put into a lot of Asian style cuisine. And other foods, specifically in buffet style restaurants, to make you fill up faster. It gives the feeling of it's in basically.
They say it makes it taste better too.
It's in highly processed food.
Right. They say it makes it taste better. It brings out more flavor or whatever.
Well, it's a sodium.
But it's
sodium brings out more flavor.
It expands your belly.
No. Listen. Sodium brings out the flavor of food. That is why salt is used in cooking. It is also a preservative. So this monosodium glutamate is a preservative that is put in food, particularly Asian-style cuisine is the main thing, and it is mainly at buffet-style restaurants and places where you can get cheap Asian-style food. But it is a preservative that gives the appearance of being full, so you can't eat as much. The reason why they say it makes it taste better is because it is a salt. So that's where it gets its name.
But the reason everybody hated MSG before is because I thought it was supposed to cause cancer.
It does.
And it's just bad for you.
It is.
And people are like, oh, no, it's actually just, it's MSG, so it's cool. You can eat it, no big deal. But, it can still fuck you up. So I don't know why they're bringing it back up and arguing about it now, saying it's fine, but it's not. It's chemically added into something that has shown signs of causing cancer, I believe, and is not good for you because it's salt. And it says there's symptoms of dizziness and heart palpitations. So why the fuck would you still eat it? And it's not racist. It's because it's horrible for you.
Right, and that is the reason why I choose to go to authentic Asian-style places, because they do not use these preservatives in their food.
And it's just in buffets. It's not like people who make it fresh to order.
Mainly buffets, but it's also restaurants that get highly preserved food. So if your restaurant cooks, if your Asian style restaurant that you like to go to, your authentic Asian style restaurant cooks fresh prepared Asian style cuisine, then you are not getting any MSG. If you are, it's very little. But MSG is also in a lot of other things. The only reason why it is highly used in Asian style cuisine is for the preservative properties that it possesses.
Right, and it says there's MSG found in everything. Like, it says right here that it's in ranch dressing and Doritos. And it's like, yes, but I know a lot of people who don't eat Asian food because it fucks with their stomach. Because Asian cuisine is really oily. They use a lot of oil and, different types of stuff like that. It's real wet. It's a wet kind of food. And it messes with people. And I get that MSG is in everything, yes. But the amount of MSG that is in Asian cuisine is ridiculous, from what I understand. So, and here's an activist right here saying that MSG is delicious, I don't know where they get it's delicious. I mean, I guess salt does bring out flavor. I do know that if you salt something, you do get a different flavor profile from it. But the reason too much salt still fucks with your body.
The reason why they that some people have a ignorant perception that could be called racist is it has a similar term. It has a very wide known term. Apparently, I've never heard of this actually. People are calling it Chinese restaurant syndrome, and that is the ignorant. Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I call it MSG.
Yeah, I've never heard of Chinese restaurant syndrome.
Maybe it's the feeling you get afterwards.
I think it's the people who are ignorant enough to call it Chinese restaurant syndrome.
Yeah, those are the racist people who call it Chinese food. What is it? Chinese food
syndrome.
Yeah, or Chinese restaurant syndrome.
Chinese restaurant syndrome.
I always call it like food baby or like I don't really know any other terms like pregnant with a food baby or just full or whatever. But I never ever would call it Chinese restaurant syndrome because when I eat and I get full, it's the same feeling. It's not any different. I don't feel any different. I mean, you sweat like a motherfucker after you eat Chinese, but I haven't eaten Chinese food in like 7 years, so I don't know. But I never used to call it that, and this whole culture that is going on right now with the internet and things, getting more recognition and being tested and everything like that. So I don't know. People just say that this happened when it probably didn't, or it's just a small group of people. It's usually just a small group of people that try to fuck up everybody else's lives and mess with everybody else. And
the reason why I stay away from sodium is because sodium is actually high levels is very dangerous for your body.
Right.
Sodium in your arteries is a big deal. It really is. So watching your sodium is very important, and MSG has a large amount of sodium, and also other types of processed foods have sodium in them. So whether it's MSG or it's regular salt in other processed foods, it's not good for you regardless.
But like I was saying, when it comes to this whole MSG article that's started going viral right now, I feel like it got traction for no reason. Like it's been in Chinese food and it's been in Asian cuisine.
It's actually in naturally occurring foods like tomato. It says here that it's found naturally occurring in foods such as tomatoes and cheese, which people eat all the time. The only difference between the MSG that is inserted in the food is they extracted it from these
right
foods.
It's a chemical process.
It's also in foods that are used to make stews and meat stock, like chicken stock, beef stock. It's in that.
Right.
That's
what I'm saying is like this only got traction because somebody's like, oh man, I have Asian or Chinese restaurant syndrome or whatever. Right. We're like, that's fucked up, bro. I'm writing a news article about it. And now it's got traction. It's just like, oh, let's bring up MSG again. And it's just like things like this get traction every once in a while, and then they hit the news, and then everybody brings a bunch of controversy and all this stuff, and shit goes around. But the thing is, it's been around forever, and it will probably always be around forever because it's fucking salt. It's sodium.
If people are going to keep eating junk food and highly processed food, MSG is going to stay around.
Yeah.
If you really want to stay away from MSG, don't be an ignorant piece of shit and call it Chinese restaurant syndrome. Just don't eat it. Either don't eat it or don't talk about it.
Buy fresh ingredients.
Obviously, if you call it Chinese restaurant syndrome, you obviously go to Chinese restaurants.
But the thing is, I don't think that's racist. But I'm not the one.
It's not
who would decide that.
If it is racist, I'm not saying it is, and I'm not saying it isn't. But if it is, then that's not for us to decide, like you said.
Right.
But it is an ignorant statement. That is a fact that it is an ignorant statement.
But if I walked out of a Chinese restaurant and I was like, oh man, Chinese restaurant syndrome, it's just like, this is the way I feel after I eat Chinese, so it's Chinese restaurant syndrome. I get it, but I don't get the racist term, but it's not my decision because I'm white, and that's what white people tend to do in this world.
The reason why
let me talk.
Okay.
And what white people tend to do in this world is they think that it's hurtful to other cultures. This is hurtful to these people. This is hurtful to these people. But the fact of the matter is, it might not be. They might not give a fuck. But because white people like to make decisions for other cultures, that's what happens. So I'm not saying it's racist, but it might be to other people. So that's all I'm going to say about it. It could possibly be racist, but not to me. So whatever.
The main fact of the article is that they're stating that MSG's in everything, so just calling it that.
It is everything. It's in everything that's processed.
Calling it that is just an ignorant statement because it isn't everything.
Right.
Okay? So that's basically where we're getting at. And we got time for one more? So basically, yeah. Okay, so to sum that up, if you don't want to eat MSG, don't eat processed foods.
Yeah.
That's basically it. You got time for one more?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So this Indiana mother is arrested after her 2-month-old baby dies of a meth intoxication. We're ending it on a good note. Good old Indiana, and she is a peach, this one. Look at that mugshot.
I like her sweatshirt. It's a kitty cat face.
She looks like, you know, the mean lady from Harry Potter, like the crazy lady. What is her name?
I don't remember. Shit. She's in a bunch of stuff. I really like her. She's in like that shit. What's that movie with
Fight Club? She plays in Fight Club.
Right. She's the weird addiction lady in Fight Club. And it doesn't really matter what's her name. But the crazy cat lady from Harry Potter. It's not the same one.
That's not him.
No.
Or that's not her.
That's the lady who reads the symbols in the tea flakes or whatever the fuck it is, the dirt.
Let's be honest. That lady's knows what's going on. Like she's just like, whoa, I see something in your future. It's Earl Grey.
Basically. I don't know if it was like tea or if it was dirt or whatever.
Helena Bonham Carter. Helena Bonham Carter. So great actress, I will say. Holy shit, Jared Leto is Angel Face in that in Fight Club?
I didn't know Meatloaf was fucking Bob. Bob has bitch tits? That's Meatloaf.
That's Meatloaf.
I didn't know that was Meatloaf. How did he get so fat?
Did you know that the dad from Tenacious D in the first scene is also Meatloaf?
I didn't know Meatloaf was that fat. Maybe they put some shit on him or whatever.
Meatloaf's always been fat.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not.
His name's Meatloaf. He can't be skinny.
Like, we're thinking of the same people, right? Meatloaf the singer?
Yes!
I mean, there's only one Meatloaf.
No, I'm talking about the fucking food.
I didn't know Meatloaf. I didn't know Bob Has Bitch Tits was Meatloaf.
Yeah.
His name is Robert Paulson. I love that movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
His name is Robert Paulson. Anyway.
So an Indiana mother, we got completely off track. So an Indiana mother is accused of causing the death of her 2-month-old after her infant died of a methamphetamine intoxication, according to the Marshall County Prosecutor's Office.
I heard about this. Says the drug may have been passed through the breast milk that she was feeding her baby, which is sad. So she was only 2 months old.
And honestly, when you're on meth, you're not thinking, I just smoked my chicken bone. Now I gotta feed my baby. Better get this pump out. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, you might think it's like, everybody's like, oh my God, she's a horrible person. It's like, but I mean, stuff like this, she's a horrible person, obviously.
She's obviously a horrible person.
Yes, yeah. That's what I mean. But she's smoking meth and feeding her baby with it. But there's been people that have had babies and they're breastfeeding women that will go out and like party. And then they'll forget. They'll wake up with a hangover.
Right.
And they're like, their tits are fucking swollen and they hurt. And they're like, oh, just pop it in this baby's mouth. Well, there's liquor and alcohol in that milk. Yeah. So sometimes you can kill your baby that way.
It's just like if you got Chinese restaurant syndrome and you go eat Chinese buffet. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to use that. Well, I did mean to use it, but I apologize. So if you go eat, a bunch of MSG and you feed your baby, he's getting MSG, so your baby's gonna be, a year old and have high cholesterol. And right. All that shit.
But it says she was arrested on January 14th, and she was charged with 2 counts of neglect, which, where's the other count? I see one, but...
One for each tit.
Okay. So two counts of neglect of a dependent resulting in a death. So I don't think she'll honestly get much time for this.
She killed a baby!
I don't think she'll probably get that much time.
So conflicting statements to police.
It's just neglect.
She told police that she brought the infant to the bed to breastfeed her in the early hours of the morning and that they both fell asleep facing each other. The affidavit says later she woke up to find her infant cold and with blood running from her nose, she said, but an officer at the scene became skeptical about the circumstances surrounding infant's death upon further questioning. So this is articles on CNN. They requested copies of the baby's autopsy and toxicology. The affidavit says that an autopsy conducted on the infant revealed the cause of death was acute methamphetamine intoxication, which acute means a lot.
Yeah.
So according to the forensic pathologist, the child had both amphetamine and methamphetamine in her system. The report classified the death as a homicide. So at the scene, the child's father, who was also present at the time of the infant's death, told police that the only kind of drug use they engaged in was marijuana. Okay. All right. So your old
pot did not kill this baby.
Yeah, pot did not kill this baby. Meth did. So at the scene,
you don't have to read this whole thing, right?
Okay. So basically, the lady denied using the drugs during the pregnancy. She's told the police that she fed her child with formula after using meth, but soon after continued breastfeeding after using the meth. What?
So she admitted to using meth in a gas station bathroom 2 days before the death of her child. Well, this bitch is lying because...
So wait a second.
She's not going to feed her baby for 2 days?
She said, I fed my baby formula, then I used meth, then I breastfed my baby.
Yeah, but the thing is, she wouldn't feed her baby for 2 days. Her boobies would be so swollen. She did it right before.
So here's what happened. She gave the baby a full meal of formula, and then here's some meth for dessert. That's exactly
Cody,
what it was.
That was 2 days before that.
Either way, the meth stays in your system for a lot longer than 2 days.
And what I'm saying is, her story was she fed her baby formula, went to a bathroom, then did meth. Then 2 days later, she breastfed her baby again after using meth. That did not happen because it would have had to be that day because her boobs would have been swollen. What's she going to do? Not feed her baby for 2 days? So her story doesn't hold up. So I don't know, but she's a horrible person and she's obviously going to suffer for it. So
it says she is facing 20 to 40 years in prison if she's convicted.
Damn.
And actually her scheduled court hearing was for January 22nd. So I will try to get updates on this. No promises, though, to see how much time she gets. Because, let's be honest, this is terrible. This baby barely even had a life. This also correlates this other article in 2018. A woman was charged in Pennsylvania after her 11-month-old ingested drugs from her breast milk.
Yep. So... women, ladies, if you're going to breastfeed your baby, just make sure you're not doing anything bad.
It's basically whatever you put in your body, your baby's gonna get.
Well, yes, everybody knows that, but some people
obviously fucking not. Obviously, Miss Bitch and the other bitch from 2018
she knew what she did, but she was just too high off her ass to give a fuck.
Right, and it was also
she might have done it on purpose.
Right,
you never
whatever
know.
you eat, your baby's gonna get if you breastfeed. And also, since it's winter out time, it's winter time out, it's winter out time. It's winter time right now. Dress your baby like you would dress to go outside also. Because I've seen some kids that don't have a coat on, actually, and it's frustrating to me. It's very infuriating because it's 40 degrees, 30 degrees, something like that, and the kid doesn't have a coat on or warm clothes. So dress your babies like you would dress, and don't smoke meth and then breastfeed your kid.
Right, but I can't end on that note because that's fucking sad. So I have one more.
Okay.
So there's an ATM outside London. An ATM outside a London wine bar dispenses Prosecco, which is a wine.
It is an Italian wine that is used for It's champagne, actually. It's an Italian champagne that is also used to make Bellinis.
Good for you. So anyway, a London bar is celebrating its opening with an unusual outdoor feature, an ATM that dispenses Prosecco. So Vagabond is the bar, opening in its 8th London location, building housed in a Santander bank. What? Oh, it was formerly a bank is what it was.
Holy shit, Ryan.
That's what it is. So they took over this location that was formerly a bank. So they left the ATM in front of it. So they converted the ATM into a Prosecco dispensing machine with a dispenser on it and everything like that.
That's pretty cool.
So on Thursday, they turned the machine on and gave everybody free Prosecco, and they said they're going to keep doing this automated Prosecco machine, but from now on, you're going to have to pay a price for it.
That's cool. And that's a pretty cool name for a bar, Vagabond. A person who wanders from place to place without a home or a job. Welcome to your home. No home, people.
Yeah, but it says they're going to keep continuing indefinitely to do this, so I guess it was a big hit, but you're just going to have to pay for it now. So you're probably just like slide your card and just
Where was that at?
In England.
Oh, cool. So go to the No Home Bar and get the Prosecco vending machine.
Right, so you can get drunk from an ATM, which is pretty cool. So that is the podcast, everybody. I appreciate everybody listening. Thank you for following our social media. Thank you for listening to this podcast, downloading. If you told somebody about it, thank you. If you haven't yet, do that. We appreciate every single fucking listen. We appreciate everything you guys do for us, liking our shit, subscribing, sending us emails, all that stuff. We do this for you. This show's free. Always be free. We appreciate the fuck out of you guys. I don't have anything. Go follow our stuff at thecummcast, Cody Cummings Official. Come to 007 Ryan. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Go check out our YouTube. It's just audio, no video. Maybe one day. But for right now, no, we're poor bitches. So, that's all I got. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
And in the words of Ryan Cummings, if you don't, I don't give a fuck.
Goddamn right.
Oh, also, guys, Ryan made a post of our new flag in our studio. It is the image of Step Brothers when they're sitting on the couch getting ready for the interview in their tuxedos. It says, "We're here to fuck shit up." So go check out that post. And check out the also Ryan posts on Instagram of all the episodes and stuff that we talk about throughout the episodes. And so thanks again, guys. That's all I got. Have a great week. Love the fuck out of you. And remember, when life gets hard, when life gets you down, and you smoke too much meth and you try to feed your baby,
it dies.
It dies. Milk that pig, baby. Peace.
We out.